The United Kingdom currently has a legal commitment to spend 0.7% of its GDP overseas. So no matter how tough the economic picture is here at home, David Cameron's coalition government bound the UK's hands and said, look, no matter what, we'll have to spend this arbitrary target of 0.7% of our gross domestic product overseas. Now, foreign aid has been, I think, instrumental in controlling and eradicating some of the worst infectious diseases and conditions abroad. And, that's important. And I think the vast majority of Brits here at home would support that kind of expenditure, but not the vast and wasteful sums that we've seen in recent years. This is a target that's led to a completely mad dash in that a rush to spend this 0.7% that's seen UK taxpayer cash wasted on projects like £6.8 million on a research unit to study how much salt Chinese home cooks add to their food. 1.5 million on research projects in India, one of the richest countries in the world, using text messages to persuade people to drink less alcohol. There was over 300 grand evaluating sugar tax in Chile, and almost £800,000 used to train Bangladeshi imams to preach tobacco control. That's all according to a research paper by the Institute of Economic Affairs in London. So this is just it's a massive abuse of and a misallocation of UK aid money on these expansive, what are essentially nanny state projects abroad, instead of using that money to help people's lives around the globe, which is what we were told that 0.7% target was all about. And let's not forget that The Telegraph in 2016 reported that an all-female pop group dubbed Ethiopia's Spice Girls had received £5.2 million in British foreign aid, despite previous criticism of the project and the funding of that project in the past. £5.2 million on the Ethiopian Spice Girls. Are you kidding? You can't tell anyone that that's good value for British taxpayer cash. So The Sun are reporting that Rishi Sunak will better target, he's the Chancellor of the Exchequer, better target British interests through the foreign aid and spending on Foreign Office infrastructure and defence projects, helping to keep us all safe, but ensuring that that money isn't wasted as it has been, as I've set out in the past. When you've got economies like India and China benefiting from UK taxpayer generosity, like with some giant cash point, I think it's time for that target to be scrapped. I think this is the right move from Rishi Sunak. And the British people, whilst we are a fair and generous people, we don't like having the mickey taken out of us and being taken for a ride. So I reckon, this man here, props to him, this is a really good move by the Conservative Party, and it's one that in my mind will have the massive amounts of support from those of in the country, taxpayers up and down the country. And it makes you wonder actually what's taken them so long. Why is it taking them a pandemic in which our economy has taken a massive hit and we're suffering the consequences of mass unemployment thanks to the lockdown, for the Chancellor, for the Conservative Party to finally recognise, this was an abuse of cash, it wasn't a good use of cash, and it's time, I think, to refocus and not abuse hard-earned British taxpayer cash. Let us know what you think in the comments. I've been Darren Grimes for Reasoned UK.